Hey, this is Johnny Beane, live 5:05 p.m., November 17th, 2017. Hey, it's Friday. Dave,
What's happening?
how you doing, man?
I'm doing good, and you?
Me? I'm good. Hey, Cat Dumpling. Yo, we got the live chat box rocking right here,
Mm-hmm.
live on YouTube.
All two of them.
Les, Derek. Hey, you guys. Welcome, John. Everybody. Michael. Adam. I feel like what is it? Reading off the what Mickey Mouse Club?
Oh, yeah.
You ever watch that?
Yep.
I think they read off their own names though. So it'd be like Johnny. And then whatever your name is, you would say.
Yeah.
Do some sort of dance.
Mm-hmm.
Eduardo, hey man, hey, Beefy Ninja. Michael Bishop. Yeah, Douglas. Everybody, 3 thumbs ups. Thank you for the thumbs ups. Thank you for the tweets. Everything. So yeah, wow, 23 people looking at us. Wow. Hey, Brent. You have a gig?
Oh, have fun with that.
Cool. Have a great time, man. What guitar are you playing? Clayton. Hey, Clayton rocks. That's right, man. Today is Frankenstrat Friday. Thumbs up. Clayton. Jamaica. Scotty P. Super Fuzz. Hey, Super Fuzz. Nice avatar.
This new guy here.
Yeah. David Ennis. Chris. What's up, you guys? So we're live. Gotta wake up. Quick.
Live on this podcast Friday.
Oh, that's right. This is also a podcast. So you might be listening to this over on soundcloud.com. Johnny Beane. These are now podcasts. So hope you guys enjoy that. I think some of you are. I've been getting some messages. You guys totally dig it. You know, you don't have to look at us and you can still listen to us. So it's win-win. And look at that. Who else just jumped in here? Testing. Hot mic.
I'm crashing the party here, boys.
Hey, man.
Now I was invited, I promise.
Hey, Scott. Yeah. How's your microphone doing? Is it plugged in?
You
have
tell
to plug
me.
it in?
Sound good?
Yeah. Yeah. Especially you sound great on the podcast, man.
Yeah, man. Almost as good as you.
That's what it's all about. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Rob. Yeah. So what's the big news, Dave? What happened? What was it, last night?
Oh, well, what, the Van Halen guitar getting stolen?
No, the other thing.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So that's it, huh?
That's
Is that
it. One, I think. Apparently got returned today.
Yeah. Well, from what I've heard, and I've had people telling me stuff all day long, the thing was taken last night sometime. I guess they discovered it was missing, and this was at the Hard Rock Cafe in San Antonio, Texas. I want to say Riverwalk. Is that right? Dave, do you have your notes?
I don't. Don't have any notes.
Nothing?
I thought you were doing all the investigating today, Johnny.
Riverwalk. I'm getting my W's and my R's messed up. Riverwalk. Okay. Yeah, San Antonio. And all the news, all the news stations and internet channels and everything, everybody keeps saying it's Eddie's Frankenstrat or Frankenstein. And so there's been a lot of confusion today. And I've done some investigating and have learned that it's actually the guitar that was taken was a 2004 Charvel Art Series. And I can show you guys some pictures of it. Actually, somebody sent me some pictures too. Adam Elkins.
It just
Alan
goes.
said,
It goes to show you that most people in the world don't know the difference between all the striped guitars.
they just see a striped guitar and they think, oh, that's Eddie's striped guitar. He only had one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah. Well, maybe that's why people look at this, because you know we like to have fun talking about all the different ones. You know.
Yeah, Dave, all of those guitars on the back of your wall, to some other people, that would be like the exact same guitar.
Yeah, why do you have the same guitar on the wall 1,000 times? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, one news article I clicked on had a picture of Eddie with the Frankenstein with the red stripe, you know, with the striped coveralls or overalls. And it's like, this is the guitar that was stolen from the I'm like, oh God. No, it was not.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's been a lot of talk about that, and some of the news stations were showing pictures of which guitar was it? The Hot for Teacher?
Yes.
So some people were thinking it was the Hot for Teacher that was taken.
Yeah.
Some people thought it was the Frankenstein.
And the Hot for Teacher guitar is privately owned by somebody. It's not in Hard Rock.
Right. Right. So anyway, shout out Adam Elkins, right? Am I saying that right, Adam? He sent me a picture of the guitar. He was there recently, I guess, and
he stole it
and took a picture of the guitar. Let's see. Let me make sure this is his picture. Okay, here's his picture. I'll show you his, and then I'll show you some other ones that I have. This is the guitar that was taken. Right there. And here's another really good picture of it.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
And it was played live in 2004 in Ames, Iowa. So you can actually see footage of Eddie playing this guitar. There's actually a video online that Dave was looking at just the other day.
Yep. That's right. It's on my Facebook wall.
And the funny thing is, out of the 4 articles that I clicked on, none of them had a picture of that guitar.
No. Well, I guess it wasn't there. Oh, I'm blurry. Yeah, so it's still kind of weird. It's still kind of weird. It was taken.
A good Samaritan returned it. How about the person who stole it knew they were going to go to jail for a long time and returned it?
The person that stole it had to have known. I mean, you don't steal something not knowing the consequences if you're caught, unless you're under 7 years old.
So how are those things strapped in there on the wall? Are they just like? I mean, I was in the Hard Rock Cafe in New York, but I was like 12 at the time or 13, so I have no idea how those things are on the walls.
Mm-hmm. Well, this picture was taken. I mean, it's somewhat recent. But there was somebody else that was telling me that they were there a couple years ago, and they saw the guitar there a couple years ago, and it's behind a case right here. So this was, I guess, a couple years ago. So it's possible that it was taken out of the case and it was just hanging on the wall.
Inside job.
You know, that's, I don't know. But anyway, if you want to see footage of Eddie actually playing that guitar, check out. There's a Van Halen video. It's online. It's on YouTube. It's November 4th, 2004, Ames, Iowa, and he plays the guitar during Up for Breakfast. Here's a still right here.
Those pants.
That's the guitar right there.
That's blood on his knees.
You want to answer Alan's question? How is it worth $100,000?
Well, I mean, generally, those guitars get sold for anywhere between $15,000 and $25,000.
That was one of the ones that was auctioned off on eBay.
Mm-hmm.
And it's one of the guitars that was actually hand striped by Edward. So it's a one of a kind guitar. It was hand striped, it was played on stage, and it was signed.
And if you want to buy one, you can go to the Music Zoo in Roslyn, New York. There's 3 of them there for between $15,000 and $20,000 each. There's a black and white one, a yellow guitar with black stripes, and a red, white, and black, all different from different shows.
Mm-hmm. How come those aren't hanging on the rack behind you? Podcast.
Who says they're not?
I know you've seen some of those. I know
Yeah.
you played some.
I've taken photos with one of those 3 that are there.
Mm-hmm. The black, was it the black and white one with the circles on it?
Yes, with the circles on it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So Clayton's saying that he used it for Up for Breakfast. That's the song he played it on.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Go to the YouTube video that I was telling you about. I think the channel name is Real Collector, I think. And basically just scroll to the 20-minute mark and you'll be right there. And you can see him playing that guitar.
Sure it's not the 5150 mark? Like on the podcast when Dave says 5150 at the exact moment?
That was weird.
What happened?
That was a total coincidence. The previous show that we did, the podcast.
Yeah.
Now, listen, I added an intro to the podcast.
Oh, you did?
Right? Yeah. Apparently Dave doesn't listen.
Shows you how much you care about these things.
I added an intro to it, right? And didn't even pay attention to, whatever. And then I'm listening to it the other day, just because I guess I have to. And I'm looking at it on my phone. Okay, so let's say, real quick, where's my SoundCloud? There we go. So let's say if you have the SoundCloud app, you can download it onto your phone. You can listen to these podcasts like this right here. You'll be able to listen to this. And I haven't talked all day, as you can see. Anyway, I'll show you. I'm not gonna play the audio, but basically, if you go to this, if you go to that, go to the 5150 mark right there, and right when it hits that, Dave actually says 5150. It was crazy, and it was totally right.
Is that kind of along the same lines as Dark Side of the Moon and Wizard of Oz? is that where we're going here? Completely just random and everything lined up perfectly.
Oh, they filmed that movie knowing that that record,
knowing that the record was going to come out eventually.
Yeah,
that's
you've watched that though, right? You've watched
yes.
the movie. It starts at the intro. You have to start the movie at the very beginning, and then the record at the beginning, and it lines up. I mean, my
dad still believes that Pink Floyd wrote that album and planned it, and I'm like, I'm sure by now one of them would have said, yeah, we kind of planned that, but
they might have.
Mike Busey, the odds are pretty good that should happen. 5150 is mentioned 55,000 times a show. He's got a point.
That's a lot of times.
That's funny, man.
Well, yeah, Dave, he does look like a wizard. Look at
that.
Where's my wand?
I don't want to.
You got 100 of them behind you.
Don't stand up. Man, this beard is getting bigger or something.
Stop playing with it.
Come on. So yes. Anyway, as far as that guitar, it was an EVH Charvel Art Series. It was returned. Apparently, somebody took it, and from what I understand, they walked down the street and just put it down and left it on the ground. Somebody else saw them do that, picked it up, and took it back to the restaurant or casino, whatever it is. That's what I heard.
Well, that's probably what happened, you know, because if it's on Facebook, it's got to be real.
I don't know, I think the same person brought it back. That's my opinion.
Who knows?
Podcast.
Why is my...
Yeah.
Again.
Carlton. EVH amp users, what speakers are you using? You mean cabinets? Because wouldn't all the EVH amps and cabinets have EVH speakers in them? The newer ones.
Yeah, but what if you have an EVH head and have a Marshall cabinet?
Yeah, I think that's what he's saying. What cabinet do you use through EVH amps? I've got a 1992 or 91 5150, and it's got the cab that goes with it. Sounds great. You know, you can tell a difference. You can tell these amps and cabs, they were made to go together.
Yeah, for the most part. Yep, I think you're right.
Clayton, Johnny, you should get an EVH Crybaby wah pedal. I should. I've never actually tried one.
Me neither.
I would like one, though. It's a good idea. Great idea.
What's your go-to wah pedal?
Mine? His?
Either one of you.
His. Mine.
It's a wizard. Pay no attention to the man in the what is that thing you're wearing? Hoodie. Pay no attention to the man behind the hoodie. What? The wah pedal. A Crybaby.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only one I've ever owned. And then actually when I was in this band in Miami, when I was working with Desmond, I took one of his effects from his studio and used it on stage a few times, and it was a Vox. I remember, and it sounded great. I loved it.
Yeah, the Vox wahs are supposed to be pretty good. Kirk Hammett uses his way too much.
Most people that have wahs use them too much.
That's probably why I don't use one. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I have one. I love it when I'm able to use it, but I don't use it too much. I have the RMC 10 by Real McCoy. It's amazing.
Podcast.
Yeah, Jay.
My apologies. I'll just keep talking. I'll keep talking about anything. I had to get a little bit of this cancer in a can. Gotta get some more pep in my step here. I'm out of it.
I
didn't want you guys thinking I was drinking beer on here. Just so you know.
That black doesn't look like beer.
You're drinking that at 8:30?
Yeah, dude, I don't go to bed till 4 o'clock in the morning. So this is like lunchtime for me, you know?
Okay. Yeah. When I used to go to sleep at 3:30.
used to pop
4 o'clock.
Right before.
I was chugging those Arizona iced teas all night. You know, and then I stopped because too many trips to the dentist.
Yeah, this stuff is not good. Any way you put it.
No.
Not good for it. In moderation, yeah, but.
Mike Busey asks Dave Nesdell, do you think Wolfgang's new album will have Eddie on it, somewhere on it as a guest? I can only speculate, but I don't think so, and I think it would be suicide for Wolfgang to have his dad playing on his record.
Why? Why?
Because it'll be. I just
shadow of his dad,
because
like,
it's my opinion. That's why. Because it's my opinion. That's it.
Hmm.
I just think that it should just be him on the record, you know, or his band. It shouldn't have anything to do with Eddie. It already has something to do with Eddie because it's his son.
Hmm. I think he'll be on there somewhere. If not, you know, playing an instrument, you know, maybe writing something together, maybe producing something, maybe
Yeah, the production
mixing,
thing I can see.
production wise.
Well, I think production is one thing, but I think as a player, Eddie shouldn't be on it.
Mm-hmm.
Desmond Child helped John Petrucci write "You Not Me" on "Falling from Infinity." That's what Mike Busey said. I haven't heard that album in a long time. It's probably one of my least favorite Dream Theater records from the first half of their career. So I'd have to listen to that one again. I'll check it out though.
What year did that one come out?
That was probably around 98, 99, 98. Somewhere around there, I believe.
When I was working with Desmond, it was in 98. Now I don't ever remember John coming around, although maybe I didn't know who he was. You know, because a lot of those guys came over to the studio, came over to the house.
Back in '99, he didn't look anything the way he looks now.
No, not at all.
He was very thin with no beard.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't look like a mountain man.
And he played Ibanez.
Mm-hmm. Like this. Have you guys been? Oh, that's cool.
What is?
That's cool, Wolfgang. I'll show you guys this. This is breaking news. I don't know if you guys know, there was an Instagram account that was impersonating Eddie.
Mm-hmm.
It was _ Eddie Van Halen. And it was, according to Wolfgang, that account was messaging people saying he was Eddie. So Wolfgang called them out. And if you go to Wolfgang's Twitter or his, oh, that's awesome. Or if you go to his Facebook,
yeah, I think I saw it on this
he posted the whole conversation. That's a great photo. I'll show you guys this in a second. Here, this is just posted just now. So he basically, if you guys follow Wolfgang's tweets or his Facebook, he had this whole conversation with this account, and eventually the account was asking him for money. Wow. and put a name and a address,
routing number and everything.
Yeah, everything. What was it, like $40,000 or
$40,000? Yes. And he was like, "All right, Pop. What do you need, Pop?"
Yeah. Wolfgang, he just posted this. He says, "I stopped by to see Pop anyway," because he was joking around, saying, "Well, hey, I'm going to stop by, and you'll know exactly what I'm talking about because I'm talking to you right now." That's the stuff he was saying in this conversation. Just to make sure he hasn't a woman from Boston named Vanessa trying to steal $40,000. I'm still not 100% sure. This is what Wolfgang says, and then posted the picture. So that's from probably just minutes ago.
Ed looks pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's cool.
Okay, so Falling from Infinity was 1997. All right, that makes sense.
Okay, so that was before I was there.
Eduardo Marino Porto says 2 months to the NAMM show 2018. Do you guys believe on some really new on EVH gear? New news, I'm assuming. Yeah, new news on EVH gear. I think so.
Well,
I can't
I mean,
speculate, but I'm sure it's gonna be
every
something cool.
every year that I've gone, there's been something new.
Well, the 50-watt EL34 amp is going to be there.
Mm-hmm. And that's brand new.
Now, is it true that the Winter NAMM is where most of the new stuff, the big stuff, comes out or is announced?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
that's what I figured.
Yeah, it's huge. It's like a music store or a guitar center times a billion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, that's where everything makes their debut there. And then sometimes in the middle of the year, there's a summer NAMM.
Yeah.
Which is generally in July, August?
July, usually.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And that's been held in
Nashville.
So if there's something that comes out, after Winter NAMM, it debuts there. Like, let's say this last summer NAMM, EVH put out a couple left-handed Wolfgang standards, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was pretty cool, actually. It's nice to see some more lefties out there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and Mark Kazansky was there, and I think he actually posted pictures holding one of the lefty Wolfgangs.
Didn't it say approved EVH on it? Didn't he sign it?
All those guitars do.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm. A lot of them, not all of them, but a lot of them. A lot of them do. Hey,
I'm hoping to see a 7-string Wolfgang pickup. That's what I'm hoping to see.
I don't think you'll ever see that because I don't
think so either.
I don't think Eddie will ever play a 7-string guitar.
Me neither.
I don't know. I mean, we know a lot of EVH users. Probably, I would say there's a good number of them that play 7-string guitars, and because they use the amps,
big time.
They use the amps, right?
Yep.
So maybe if maybe not 7-string Wolfgang. I mean, you never know.
Mm-hmm.
But I could see a 7-string pickup.
I would hope so. That'd be neat.
Hey, Steve Anderson. Nice, cool new avatar, man.
I instantly put it in one of my my Universe guitars.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I wouldn't. Dave would.
No, I wouldn't either. I'm not good at soldering.
Oh. I'll just buy it then and have it sit in the box. I'll burn my house down if I try to solder something.
Dang. Man. Yeah, soldering. I was never a huge fan of soldering. I'll do it, but I remember this one time I was soldering a guitar, a pickup, or whatever, and I had a little too much of the fumes,
mm-hmm.
and all of a sudden everything just like started spinning. Literally, like it was great for like a split second.
Were you on a merry-go-round?
And that's no. It was crazy. Hey, Vinny. Hey, man.
What's up, Vinny?
Yeah, soldering, not good stuff.
Stan Adam wants him to introduce a 316 acoustic guitar. Now that would be cool.
That would be cool. That would be cool. What was the guitar he actually used on 316? Was it
It was a Chet Atkins Gibson.
There you go. Hey, Adam. Oh, he's talking to you. But he said my name, so it highlighted for me.
Uh-huh. Yep. Says, Dave, I ran into Guy from All Music yesterday at Dunkin' Donuts. I name dropped you and the Johnny Beane show. Well, thank you very much. Guy knows me.
Wow. How do you know DD's? I would have said Duran.
Oh, man.
How do you know that?
This is New York, and DD stands for Dunkin' Donuts. Well, or Desiree Dornan. That's about it. And in some cases, it's exactly the same. Oh, well, come on. You're there every day.
Oh, I thought. Never mind. I thought you were talking. Sorry. I said double D. I didn't know if that's what you were referring to. No. Clayton James wants somebody to play Eruption.
Yeah.
Clayton James, look up Pete Thorne and watch him play it. He'll teach you how to do it on this thing, YouTube, this channel, this YouTube thing, on the YouTubes.
Mm-hmm.
VV Ninja does not like Duran Duran coffee.
Oh, what do you know?
Hey, 802 Blues. Good to see you. It's been a while, man.
Is he saying, "Hey now"?
No, well, no. That's Jim Nicholas. That says that.
Oh,
I haven't seen him. I haven't seen him either because I haven't said that in a while. Yeah, Pal Guitars. I agree. Duran Duran coffee is good.
Yeah, I prefer Duran Duran coffee over Starbucks myself.
mm-hmm.
I think that the Duran Duran coffee was that unicorn thing. Unicorn frap or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Carlton, are you asking me what my favorite one of my personal guitars is, or what my favorite guitar in general is? Because if it's, if you're asking me about my personal guitars, that changes all the time.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Pascal. Good to see you. What time is it over there? Our good friend Pascal is in France right now, and he sets his alarm. He makes sure that he gets up. That's right, Vinny. DD Coffee rocks. Are we talking about Dunkin' Donuts?
Cat Dumpling has the same problem with your shirt that I do.
This, if you're listening on the podcast, I'm wearing a T-shirt. It's a blue shirt. Is this blue? It's like a dark blue, and it has little blue.
Lint.
It has. You can only see the blue ones.
Those are blue. They look white over here.
Yeah, they look white. Looks like a bunch of lint. Big fuzzies.
Yep.
I'll show the podcast. You guys can't see this, but I'll entertain these guys. Yeah, I'll show you guys what my shirt actually looks like, so you can actually see what this is.
It's bugging. She is bugging her.
Okay, this is what you're actually looking at. This is what you're actually seeing. You're seeing 3 little or 4 little squares, like a blue, a red, like it looks like a yellow and a green
yellow
or something. Yeah, yeah. If I hold it back far enough,
it looks white.
Yeah. Well, that's the picture, but yeah, that's what you're seeing. So, man, this is weird. Mm-hmm. Although I am kind of itchy. I am kind of itching because it rained horribly here last night, and all the ants decided they wanted in. So last night we had trails and trails of ants everywhere, and that's how I first discovered them, is because I found them crawling on my arm.
In your shirt?
Huh?
In your shirt?
No.
Not fire ants, right?
No.
Do you guys have fire ants out there?
I don't think we do.
No, I think I had them when I lived in Phoenix. I think maybe.
Yeah, because we have them here, and man, I'll tell you, those things mess you up.
What do they do? Why are they called fire ants?
Because they're red
and they bite.
They bite.
They make you feel like you're on fire.
Yeah, it feels like electricity almost. It's weird. I got bit a couple years ago. I was standing. I had Crocs on, those stupid rubber shoes with holes in them. I was walking one of the dogs, and I was standing in a big fire ant pile that I didn't notice. And next thing you know, man, my foot lit up like a Christmas tree.
Man,
it's not fun.
Terrible. Filthy.
Wow.
Yeah, they are nasty.
That's horrible.
That's bad.
Fire in the hole right there.
Man. Yeah. So what? I shouldn't wear this. Should I just take this off?
No,
No, it
certainly
ain't-
don't
it
take
ain't
that
good.
off. Do not take that off.
You got to leave it.
It's cool, but I can understand on camera. Maybe it's kind of weird because you just see these little. You're like I said, you're only seeing the blue ones. These little specks. I don't know. Yeah.
What's Desiree cooking up in the background?
Hot chocolate.
Hot chocolate. Hot chocolate,
What?
depending on where you're from.
Yes, it's good.
I got to give you a thumbs up. I almost forgot.
Oh, maybe I should do it too.
Uh huh. Come
Take
on.
it off. Woo!
BV Ninja. Pascal's in France. Huh? It's 240? What? BV Ninja is in Switzerland. He's watching. It's the same time zone. It's 240.
2:40 a.m.
And not even to mention, huh?
My
See how
God,
that is, Roland?
2:40 a.m. You know what I'm doing at 2:40 a.m.?
I don't want to know. Probably the same
chocolate?
thing I'm doing.
I'm watching Blue Bloods.
Are you putting your marshmallows in your
call it?
hot chocolate at 2:40 a.m.? You're watching Blue Bloods?
Well, usually, yeah.
That's code word for
No, not. That's not code word. That's actually.
It's not code word.
That's the actual stuff. Watching it. That's what I'll be doing tonight.
2:42 a.m. Wow.
Well, maybe not at 2:42 tonight. Tired.
Hey, Stan Adams wants to know the newest gear we have tried lately and that you really love, or that you really love. What do you guys think?
I would say for me, I mean it goes back a little ways, but it's that Dunlop Echoplex.
I was going to say the same thing. The same
Yeah,
thing.
for me. Although you have one though.
Yeah, I do have one.
Man, I got to get one. That's what I want.
That was a gift. That was given to me.
Howie.
What about you, Jay?
Would
You
this, be
asked me the question.
considered, would this be considered newest gear that I could say that?
Oh, I guess I tried it. Yeah, I guess that would be the newest for me too. I tried it the other day. That
And,
particular one.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of any like effects or anything that I've tried new over the past, or recording gear or anything.
Super Fuzz wants to know what year that Wolfgang is, Jay.
This year. It has to be this year. It's the first year they started making these. So
Mhm.
there you go.
Yeah. That guitar debuted at the 2017 Winter NAMM show.
I wonder how many of these they've sold. Because I was told that they make them as they're sold. They don't have them sitting around.
That's true. They are made to order.
Did you see? Did either of you guys see the footage of them making one the other day on Instagram?
No.
Instagram stories. They were posting some footage from the factory of them putting some of those. They posted a picture of some Wolfgang bodies, like totally raw.
I saw that picture.
And then they were showing the one that you have, and I think you could see Sean Silas in the background working at his bench.
Mm-hmm.
There's Desiree.
All right, Super Fuzz, just so you know, that is not a regular Wolfgang that you've seen for the last 4 or 5 years or more, longer. That is the actual signature series that Eddie plays. That's the way that one comes, with the eye hooks, with the kill switch, with all the chrome on it, with a new neck pickup in it. That's a different guitar than the regular USA Wolfgang that you've seen for the last few years.
And Mike Busey wants to know the serial number. It is WG05161A. So there you go.
Cool.
If I was only a few earlier, I could have had 5150.
Cheers.
Yeah. Maybe we should just keep saying 5150 and eventually it'll roll over to, how many minutes are we into this? I can't tell.
You'll have to check if when you guys were talking about the 1984 guitar, if that happens at 19 minutes and 84 seconds. You have to do the math on that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So does Desiree love your dog?
EM Evol. Yum Evol Gob.
Sometimes.
Oh, that's backwards? Sometimes?
Sometimes, Johnny. Sometimes I don't.
Uh-oh.
No, I always love her. I just don't always like her.
Mm-hmm. Does Brandy and Snickers, do they get along?
Mm-hmm.
They do now.
Yep.
Snickers is nicer now than what she was.
Especially when a little tongue sticks out like this.
Thumbnail for the show right there.
I know. Or meme.
It's called the Snickers.
Gosh.
Michael Smith, how much is the EVH Signature Series guitar? In stores, I think it goes for $3,300, right?
Yes.
There you go. And there can't be 5,161 bill. I don't think so. Because I know when I called about mine, I was like 16 on the list. And that was, what month did I get mine? Or what month did they start building it? Like August, maybe something like that, or either July or August. I think they built it. And if I was number 16 on the list, I highly doubt there was over 5,000 more before that. So
maybe that's why you never see them. You never see them in the stores because you were saying they build them.
That's exactly why you never see them in the stores.
Because the only one I saw one was it one? Maybe it wasn't one of those though. Maybe it was the previous one without the button. Well, that explains why you don't see them in the stores because they build them to order.
Well, I think Sweetwater carried some, but you're talking like physically going to a Guitar Center and seeing one on the wall. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I've only seen one time at a Guitar Center, and it was used.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, at the Guitar Centers, you see the standards, and now the Mexico specials.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you see.
So built to order, it's a custom shop / custom shop quality. Well, it's not custom shop. I couldn't get anything. I tried to get them to build it with a red D-Tuna, and they were like, no, everything has to be how we build it. If you want that done, you got to be aftermarket. But as far as custom shop quality, I mean, it's a USA built guitar.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, if that's, I guess, as close as custom shop quality that you can get, right, Dave?
Yes, it is. Here's the same guitar, but in white.
Yeah. Except yours doesn't have the tooth missing.
Tooth. Oh, you're right. Yeah.
Tooth.
The tooth.
I might be in the minority here, but I prefer the dots over the what do you call that? The blocks, the block inlays.
And why is that?
I don't know. I'm just like I prefer if I were to get a white one or the ivory, like I would rather have it with the dots instead of the blocks. Just personal.
You can't get it that way.
I know. But I'm just saying if I were to have the choice, you know.
Yeah. Yep, I know what you mean. Johnny, what would your choice be?
Blocks or dots?
Or black or white?
I would I like them all. I don't care. The thing is, I like them all, and I would get whatever. It could be a black one with the blocks and the red D tuna, and
they made seven. They made about seven of those black ones with blocks.
Really?
Only seven, yeah.
Well, then that's the one that I would want, because it would drive
Thanks,
you.
Mike.
It would drive you insane if I had that.
No, it wouldn't.
I would take the bridge pickup out, just have a neck pickup only. I'd put the D tuna on the high E string.
I saw somebody with a D tuna on the low E and the A string. 2 D tunas. So
you can put them on there. You can put one on each string.
Yep, it's cool. Thanks, Mike Busey said, "Sweet guitar, Jay." And he asks how long, or Michael Smith asks, how long did it take to get it? When I first ordered it, I was told it was going to take 3 months, and I got it in 6 weeks. So there you go.
That's cool.
I kept calling about it. I think that's why I got bumped up. Hey, is it done yet? Hey, is it done yet?
Are we home yet? Are we there yet? Yeah.
Did Eddie build it? Yeah.
Who did final assembly on yours? Did Sean do it? SS?
Yeah. Here's my card. Whoever BP is did the neck dressing, and then Sean did the rest.
Mm-hmm.
So there's that.
Cool.
Date August 2nd, 2017. That's when the final inspection was done. So
nice.
Michael Smith says, "Is it because the dots are more like a Strat opposed to a Gibson?" That might be it.
Thank you, Adam. Adam sent me a nice picture here. Thank you very much.
Oh man.
I can draw on it. Awesome.
Cricket.
I'm drawing.
Unless you can't hear my kid, you can't hear my kids screaming in the back.
Yeah, of course.
Because I thought with this newer microphone it would kind of tune that out, but I guess not.
Yeah, you can hear your kids screaming all across America.
She's screaming from excitement right now because her grandmother just got here, so she's pumped.
Nice.
Yep. So how many people? When you say Sean built it, basically, or whatever.
Well, he did final assembly.
Yeah, final assembly. But how many people do they have doing that for the?
I think two people.
Okay.
I think it's Sean and someone else. Maybe 3 people.
And Chip only builds Eddie's guitars and the special edition like relic model, right?
The Fender Frankenstein.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, Johnny would know more about that than I do.
And the limited edition. There was 20 of them, like the one that Edward played on the last tour. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 20 of them. Crazy.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to ask how many they actually have sold.
Do you think they'll give you an answer?
Well, I like I told you, I know somebody that works for Gretsch, so hopefully he can do a little digging, see how many they actually sold. Chip doesn't work there anymore? That's what Mike Busey said.
No, he still works for them. He believe me, he works for EVH. He just doesn't work in California anymore.
Can you guys hear that?
Yeah.
I got my Howie out. Yeah.
Okay. Hey, Tone Talk.
I'll be right back. Hey, Tone Talk. I'll be right back.
Yeah, Tone Talk comes in, Johnny leaves.
Yep.
Howie has to go pee-pee.
Oh. Anyway, yeah. So yes, Chip Ellis does work for EVH. He just works out of Nashville.
So Dave, I see on that guitar you replaced these as well with the titanium.
Well, those are stainless steel. Titanium
Gotcha.
are only the inserts.
Okay.
And I put a brass block in it and trem stopper.
Now the trem stopper. How do you feel like when you use the trem? Do you feel like it has a hard, like it hits back to it?
Yeah, I wanted to.
It feels good though. It doesn't feel. What's the word I'm looking for? Because I was reading somebody mention about it hits too hard and just feels weird. And I was like, I never heard anybody else.
It doesn't feel weird at all. It feels weird if you let it go. If you let the arm go.
Well, that's
thinking it's going to flutter and it doesn't.
Yeah.
But yeah, it just feels like it. It's hitting a piece of metal instead of a piece of wood.
Some people, I guess, put a little piece of felt on the.
Yeah, you can do that, but I want to hear it. I want to feel it hit the metal.
Mm-hmm. Because I was contemplating putting one of those in here. I just didn't know.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't know if I should. I don't want to screw a hole in it and then not like it.
Well, most of these guitars don't need it anyway. I think the reason I put it in is just for a little extra stability.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you break a string, even with the bridge sitting on the body,
it's ever so slightly. Yeah,
it goes out of tune. Yeah. This stops it when you have that sitting against the block. The way it is, that stops any pivoting. It doesn't pivot at all. So you break a string, you could at least finish the song. Super Fuzz, yes, I highly recommend buying one. If you can part with the cash, I recommend buying one of these. They're amazing. Tone Talk, what are you up to, man? You wanna come in here? You wanna join us?
We're both tuned to E.
We're both in tune, yeah.
Oh man. Yeah, but I'm really like somebody was talking about before. I'm really curious and excited to see what they're gonna come out with for next year.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd like to see some translucent colors.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'd like to see. But we'll see. See what happens.
Yeah. Maybe a USA made 5150 guitar or something. Who knows?
Never gonna happen.
Yeah.
Nope. Stripes will be made in Mexico.
Yeah, I would like a USA made striped Wolfgang. But we shall see.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just think that a made in America one would be too much money. The price point they'd price point themselves out of the market.
Yeah, because how much is the striped special over a regular special? It's like almost $1,000 bucks more.
It's $1,500 for a striped special.
Okay, so 500 more.
Yeah. Tone Talk. As soon as Johnny gets back in here with Howie, I'll have him send you a link. Spanky, you want to know why I think they price point themselves out of the ballpark?
Podcast.
Yeah. Send Tone Talk a link. Let him join us.
Johnny, we didn't talk at all the entire time you were gone. So, we were like, shh. Don't tell Johnny.
Let me see.
So while Johnny's doing that, Spanky, I think if there was a USA made striped guitar, I think that the labor on that being done in America will drive the price up. I personally think it would make a $3,000 guitar a $5,000 guitar. And I don't know that people would spend $5,000 on one of these guitars readily, just readily. It's hard enough to get someone to spend $3,000 on one. And because of that, they're only making them to order so that they don't go under.
Mm-hmm.
So to get someone to pull a trigger on a $5,000 guitar because it has stripes on it, and that's really Eddie's bag, you're going to get some diehards to buy it. But that's about it. I don't think it's a guitar that, that more than a lot of people would buy, if that makes sense.
Yeah, there would be the handful of diehards with money that would do it, but
right, diehards with money, and if they made it, it would have to be a very limited thing. That's how they would. That's probably how they would be able to sell it as a very limited edition. At the very least, made for 1 year only. If they're gonna make a lot of them, it would be maybe just made for 1 year, and then you can't get them anymore. But at the very most, I would say 25 units, 25 pieces.
Now, as far as finishes go, are you more of a solid color guy with maybe the?
No, I like
translucent.
I like translucent colors. I want to see purple. I want to see green. I would love to see amber again.
Mm-hmm.
Who's amber?
And I would also like to see your choice of fretboards. I would like them to make maple fretboards again. And I think, well, it doesn't matter because this is ebony. I was going to say with the restrictions on rosewood the way it is these days, I think it would behoove them to start making maple fretboards again. But they're not making rosewood anyway. They're all ebony. So.
Mm-hmm. I think the HP2 is having, a slight effect. I think it will.
Yeah, and I think that's why you might see some translucent colors because of that.
Chinese guitars are built awesome now, or is the USA stuff is not good? Is that backwards?
What?
Carlton said something about Chinese guitars being built awesome now, or is the USA built stuff is not good? I'm out of that one.
Yeah,
I don't want to comment on that.
I don't know that I agree with that. I mean, Chinese guitars are made very well. They're still not, they're not the same quality as American made, but they're made well.
The Chinese Wolfgang specials are great.
I think he's talking blanket statement, not just these guitars.
Steve Anderson, you're back. Back in the house. So am I. Look. Oh, here we go. You guys don't have to look at the shirt anymore.
Now we got to figure out what's on that.
Mm-hmm. Carl, I've recently played 3 private stock PRSs, and they're amazing. I'm not. I don't know if you're telling me that the SEs are as good as a private stock, and if you're saying that, that's your opinion, and I respect it, but they're not the same. Not even by a long shot. That's not saying the SEs are terrible because they're good guitars, but the private stock stuff is just ridiculously good.
That was me.
Ah.
Pardon.
No, you
saw that monster.
stay right where you are. What are you talking about?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I realized I don't have to say podcast when there's dead air because I can just take that out of the podcast.
Yeah, of course.
I don't know. I thought it was becoming a thing, like a little catchphrase.
Well, yeah, I guess that too.
Superfuzz has another question about the USA models, vintage frets, as opposed to the specials with the jumbos. Because I think Eddie prefers the vintage, right? That's the bottom line on the USA ones.
Well, he prefers stainless steel vintage frets, which are way different than stainless steel. Than nickel silver small frets. Vintage frets in nickel silver are harder to play. These frets are a lot smoother. They're just a lot smoother, and that's why it feels comfortable. But if this didn't have nickel silver on it, I would want it to have jumbo frets.
Okay.
I like jumbo frets in general, but nickel silver frets are easy to play when they're small, so I'm fine with either.
Yeah, Superfuzz.
I mean, stainless steel, not nickel silver.
These frets, I mean, your hand just slides, right? I mean, it's really fast to play this guitar, and really comfortable too. I'm not a huge jumbo fret guy anyway, but I mean, the vintage fret. I was kind of worried at first though with the vintage frets, but no, perfect.
Yo, yo, yo.
Hey, Mark.
How's it going? How you doing, David?
Yourself?
I'm good.
Hey,
Johnny, how are you?
what's up, man?
Hey, Mark. Nice to meet you.
Hey,
I'm
nice
Jay.
to meet you. Nice to meet you, Jay. We haven't met before.
No, we have not.
Nice
But
to meet you.
I've been in your shows before, so
Oh, cool, man. Thanks
yes, I've
for
watched.
thanks for checking them out.
Hmm?
Thanks, guys, for inviting me.
Well, it's our pleasure.
I just got done with dinner and just got back and just chilling. How's your Friday night?
It's peaceful.
That's
No
cool.
place I'd rather be.
That's awesome. That's great. Hey, Dave, I finally got the wet dry wet set up.
Ah, yes. So how do you like it?
Dude, it's like how can you ever go back?
It's very true. Except I double dare you to take that to a gig.
Oh no, it's impossible. Yeah. That's the thing. It's impossible to take to a gig. Although Pete did it for the EVH con, I commend him for that.
Yeah, yeah. Well, he took his head in the pedal board.
Yeah, because the cabs were
Everything else
there.
was there. You know, the
Yeah.
cabs were there. But that's cool.
Yeah, it's a huge improvement, man.
Yeah, it's insane. So what heads are you using for that?
I'm using the Friedman head, and I've got back here. I picked up this Moss valve.
Yeah, I've had those. Yep.
Yeah, they came out like in the 90s, right?
Late 80s, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not too.
TubeWorks makes it.
Yeah, TubeWorks. Yeah, it works great. Run the effects, and I'm running. I have the 1x12 Friedman cab and a 2x12 Mezza cab as the outside things. So
Nice.
yeah, it's pretty cool. Johnny, I don't know if you've ever tried it, but that's the shit. I'm sorry.
No.
I keep hearing about it.
I can't say that. I'm sorry.
Well, I'm just glad it wasn't me.
No, it is really it's like a huge step in tone. You know, it really is just like I was like, wow. When I finally set it up, I playing in my room, I'm like, I think I need a bigger room.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
But it should sound good at low volumes too.
it does. It sounds awesome at low volume. It's great. It's a really, really cool thing. I recommend it to anybody to set it up. And if anybody wants help on setting it up, I'll be happy because now I'm pretty good at doing it. So
Well,
I got to tell you, you're right about the whole not being able to go back thing. Because I mean, I have like kind of a through my Kemper right now going into Pro Tools. I have kind of an emulation setup with the wet, dry, wet type of thing.
Mhm.
It's not obviously wet, dry, wet, but coming in stereo, it sounds just super full,
Mhm.
and turning it off and going straight mono. It's just like, oh man, what happened to that sound? You know, when you
Right.
turn it back on, it's like, oh,
Yeah, when you get stereo, but when you add that third element, the cabinet to it, it's just crazy.
What are you using as your effects?
I'm using just a Boss RV5 reverb.
Mm-hmm. Because that's stereo out, correct?
Yeah, I've got them all running stereo.
Mm-hmm.
So I got the H9 Eventide H9 Max.
Oh, cool. When did you get that?
I got that like a month ago, 2 months ago.
That's the best. That thing, I can't wait to own one of those. Those things are amazing.
Yeah, get it from Keith at Guitar Guru Network.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's where I picked it up from, and it's super cool, man. That is, but I haven't figured out how to run some, like, it's got some good patches on it, but like I really want to learn how to do some programming on it.
Yeah, guitar players, we don't read.
Yeah, exactly.
No, just push buttons until
We don't read.
we mess it up.
That's why, we just never learn.
I know.
There are guitar players, and then there's Larry Mitchell.
Why he knows how to do that stuff?
Yeah, he's the king at it because he knows how to read.
Oh, I know how to read. I just don't want to read.
No, I know, but we just don't do it.
I just don't want to do it. It's crazy. Like there's so much to program on it. But all I really want to do is I want to be able to have one side coming out, one delay, like one time delay on one cabinet, and then a different time delay on a different cabinet coming out of the H9. I don't know how you do that. I have to figure out how to do that. So, but anyway, this isn't all about me.
Well, it is now at the moment.
Oh, it's all about me.
We're talking enough.
Oh, that's right. What
we were talking about these Wolfgangs, these EVHs.
Oh yeah, let me grab mine.
You have
Johnny, you got to grab yours now, man.
You have a couple, right?
Yeah.
I don't have that one.
This is
Yeah, I'm glad you grabbed that one because I was saying how I would like to see more. I would like to see translucent colors this year, and your choice of being able to get a maple fretboard or the ebony fretboard.
Yeah.
I think that would be very cool. I think if they're not going to work as long as like the HP2 pricing type thing, then if they're going to stay at the pricing they're staying, they need to come out with some more options.
I agree. I think hopefully they'll come out with some different neck options, different wood. I have an inkling, and I could be completely wrong, 'cause I know you guys were talking about this before. I think they might come out with a stripe bass, a Wolfgang bass.
Mm-hmm. Well, they have yet to come out with a bass, so I mean, it's possible. It's possible, and it would be cool because I mean, it is the guy's name, and it's the instrument that he plays mostly. So
yeah. I for some reason my gut is just telling me that's coming. I don't know if it's coming for Winter NAMM or what, but I think it's going to happen eventually.
Gray with the black stripes.
Yeah, that or the blue that he had, which I thought.
Oh, like a jazz bass with a this headstock.
Yeah,
these headstocks. Yeah, that'd be cool too.
I don't know. I could be totally wrong, but it's just a guess. And then I think they might come out with some new pedals.
Mm-hmm.
He might be due for like an update on just a guess. See what might be coming for NAMM.
That would be cool.
Johnny, you going to NAMM this year?
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'll see you there, man.
Cool.
I just booked my flight literally today. I got like the cheapest frickin' fare. It was $239 from round trip from Florida.
Oh, you live in Florida? Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing.
Amazing.
Which airline?
Especially this time of year.
JetBlue.
Okay.
Yeah, I was thrilled.
That's not only is that a good fare, that's very fair.
Yeah, and I'm not paying for a mustache this year either.
Oh, Gotta delete this video.
How many thumbs downs are you going to get right now?
No, everybody should be happy.
Well, I haven't decided whether I'm going to keep this, because it's No Shave November.
Are we talking about your beard or the video?
Well, either. I haven't decided if I'm gonna still have this or if I'm gonna totally shave or what I'm gonna do.
No one will do it right before, and no one will recognize you.
Well, that happened. What year was that? There was a year I went where I had a mustache, and people didn't recognize me. Yeah, that's all I had. And people didn't know. Somebody commented on one of my videos saying, "Johnny, that was you."
Incognito, you got to
20. What year was that? 2013? Something like that.
Something like that. Mark, did you get the 50-watt EL34 yet? Did it come?
It's shipping this coming week.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll probably have it in like a week or so. Yeah, I'm psyched about that because I own the lunchbox, which is great, the first lunchbox.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm looking forward to having, a powerful head, from
cool.
EVH. Yeah, it's going to sound completely different than the Friedman. So
what did Dave say about that when you told him you're getting one?
I didn't even told him.
Oh, okay.
Didn't say anything.
Because I was waiting for, what are you, nuts?
No, I think he thinks that they're good amps. They just, I think he knows that they sound different.
Yeah.
It's a different beast.
Mm-hmm. So go ahead.
What's up?
What made you get the white? What made you get the white Friedman? Because I think that's the coolest one. I mean, that's just the coolest color.
Dave and I were talking, and he said, "Pick any color you want." He's like, "Just tell me what you want, and we'll put it on there." And I was like, "Any color," and he was like, "Well,
hot pink."
Yeah. Well, I could have done that actually because they did that for Steve Stevens.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Which. But I would never do that. So, so I was thinking, I was like, oh, purple would be kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't want like snake skin or anything stupid like that. But I mean, not that it's stupid, but it's not for me. So then he suggested, he's like, what about like an off-white cream, kind of like what the Foo Fighters, the guy from Chris Schiffel has.
Yeah.
I was like, cool. I said, done, just do it. I said, that sounds great. And
now, does he Tolex them there? Does he have all that Tolex? Does he do that work?
He doesn't do it.
I was going to say if he's offering it, it's probably because he's got a bunch of that stuff left.
Well, they have they have the boutique amp distribution company, which is what they it's like 100,000 square foot location in California where they build not only Friedman amps but Morgan amps. Who else? Some other amp company also, and then they also build Wampler pedals, Diesel pedals, and some other, stuff. I can't remember who it is. So yeah, so all that stuff is built there. But Dave actually did wire this amp. He did tell me that he actually made it, which was cool.
That is very cool.
Yeah, yeah. It's got some of the newer features on it that the BE50 has.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a great amp, but it's got a switch on the back that can turn it almost into like an EVH head. Very compressed. Really? Yeah, it's called it's a SAT switch, saturation switch.
Sure, yeah.
And it just basically turns it more into like a much more compressed. Lowers the volume a little bit, makes it much more compressed, much more metal like like the more modern. Yeah. So you can get there if you wanted that with the amp. So, but yeah, that's it, man.
Very cool.
Do you guys see BV Ninja's comment? According to the reviews, the new 5150 50-watt amp still has the volume jump from red to blue channels. Your guys' thoughts?
Even with the concentric knobs, I thought that was supposed to take care of that.
Yeah, I thought that was supposed to be taken care of. Yeah. Yeah. No, I have not played one yet, so I don't know.
Me either. Yeah, I mean, I'll find out soon enough. I hope that's not the case because that's kind of a bummer, even though I don't really use the red channel that much. But yeah, we'll see. Hopefully, from what I heard some clips of the amp. It sounds great.
I haven't even heard clips of it yet, but I mean, it can't be much different than the 100-watt. You know,
Yeah, it sounds very similar.
dB less volume.
Yeah, it sounds very similar.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, that'll be cool to get. And then I also have a lefty I got from Joe Suma, the lefty standard.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
We were just talking about you taking a photo with that at NAMM, at Summer NAMM.
Oh yeah, that was so cool, man. I begged to buy that.
Oh, with his autograph on the back
with
of
the signature. Yeah, I was just
like, no way, right?
Yeah, I asked like 10 times. I was just like, please, let me buy this. I was like, you know, because just forget that it was lefty, but it was signed by Ed, approved by Ed. I was just like, oh man, I gotta have this. So
I knew somebody, like I told you, the year I went where I had the mustache.
Yeah.
There's pictures of me holding the Chinese special, and it's signed on the front.
Oh,
right?
On the front. Yeah.
Yeah, just the body. And somebody posted online that they bought a guitar, and it was a picture, and it was that guitar.
Really?
So somehow somebody got one, yeah.
And it's even worth more now because Johnny Beane held it.
Probably. Why not?
Mm-hmm.
Got my greasy fingerprints on it.
Yeah.
Did you lick it?
I did.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, when I asked Mark Blasco, the guy who works for EVH at the time at the booth, he said that they actually have a kind of a wall of approved guitars by Eddie.
Yeah.
At the factory or whatever.
I've seen it.
Oh,
I've
really?
been there. I've seen it. Yeah.
That's super cool.
It's all the different models and stuff.
Mark, can I see that guitar that you're holding a little bit?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's killer.
Yeah, I love this guitar. I like when I was looking for it. I got it at Southpaw Guitars.
Mm-hmm.
And here the neck is really nice too. So and they said to me, they're like, yeah, we've got 2 custom Wolfgangs. That's what they said, 2 custom Wolfgangs. So I'm like, custom Wolfgangs? What are that? What's that? You know, like I thought maybe it was the hardtail.
Yeah.
But so I said, well, can you just send me the pictures of them, please? And one was black. It was just a USA. They weren't custom or anything. It was just a USA, but one was black, and then the next picture was this.
And you said, I'll be right there.
All right, and I was just like, I'll take it. I just wrote him back. I said, I'll take it. I'm calling you right now. Like I said, the amber one, done.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I literally was salivating when I saw it. I was just like, wow, I have to own
That's
that
cool.
guitar.
Now, I wonder what made them custom is because they were left-handed.
It's weird that they did call it a custom
Mm-hmm.
from the Southpaw Guitars, but I don't think it was anything special that they ordered or anything. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but it's just another run-of-the-mill Wolfgang, But it looks great. It's a great-looking guitar, and it's like my #1 player. I play this guitar all the time.
Mm-hmm. That's cool. And how about the Sunburst?
Oh, the Tobacco Burst?
Mm-hmm.
I haven't played that as much. I think it's a little darker sounding. I don't know. I haven't gravitated towards it as much. Maybe because it has a little bit of story behind it.
Yeah, that's a good idea to I mean, I play them all, but I mean, I can understand why you'd want to put less fingerprints on that one.
I don't know. It's just been hanging on the wall more than, I mean, I played it, but I play this one more.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I'm looking.
Super Fuzz asks what year that lefty is. I think what is that? A 2009?
That's what I think it is. A 2009.
Mm-hmm.
It was early. It's serial number. I had it written down. It's like in the 1000 range.
Yeah, it's such a pain in the butt with these ones when you gotta Get the light correct.
1951. That's what it is.
Yeah. Nice.
So yeah, I think they're up to over 4,000 now.
That's insane.
You know, Les Paul Gibson brought one.
Yes, his sunburst was amazing.
That was
Beautiful.
gorgeous. Yeah, that was gorgeous. It was a different kind of top though. It wasn't amber, but
No, it was a sunburst. It was a righty sunburst. It was a light sunburst, like
Okay.
almost like a honey burst.
yes, yeah. That's or like I seen Gibson have like a Sahara burst or something like that. They call it. Or something.
Yeah, sure.
Mhm.
Kenny Dave asks, does that guitar have a neck tilt adjustment? Are you just talking about the? Well, you can't really see it in mine because mine's black, but is that what you're talking about? The neck adjustment?
That's
The truss rod?
that's the truss rod.
Yeah.
But there's no neck tilt adjustment on the neck.
Is that what he means, though?
I think he's talking about the thing on the side. Dave, you know, right?
No, basically on Fender guitars back here, there's a fifth hole, a very little hole, and it's basically a tiny set screw that you can set the tilt angle of the neck. These do not have it because the pocket is already the neck pocket is on a tilt. So yeah, the pocket itself is tilted back, is angled. So
You can actually see that.
yeah.
Yep. And then on top of that, the headstock on the USAs are tilted also.
Yep.
And which is you don't get that. You don't get a tilted headstock on the special or the standard, I believe.
Correct.
That's correct. Yep.
Yeah. Just some subtle differences.
Yes, there's a little more downward angle on the more pressure on the strings.
Yeah, exactly. So were you gonna I thought you were gonna turn that into the Relic, or no, you're not doing that.
No. I'm probably the only guy that's not going to do it.
I think Joe decided not to do it also.
I think you're right. I know that Pete just had his done.
Yeah.
So now Dave's is the unique guitar because he's like the only one that has one like that.
Yeah, I wanted it to be new looking because I guarantee you, if Van Halen plays again, if they play live again, he's not going to use that Relic guitar. He's going to use a new looking one because this is the newest version of his guitar. You know, the next guitar that he uses live is going to be a new looking one. And then everyone that Relic their guitars are going to be like, oh, now I've got to get another one. Hurry on.
or something completely new.
Yeah. Well, yeah, probably.
Hey, that could be. Yeah. I just pray that they do something. Hoping.
I know, man.
I hope it happens.
Yep. Who knows?
I want to hear new album. I don't want to hear, we're going on tour again. I want to hear now we got a new album coming out, summer 2018.
Oh, I would love to hear that. I just don't think that's going to happen.
Well, I mean, I'll go as on record as saying I'd like to just hear Eddie playing on anyone's record right now.
LL Cool J.
It doesn't have to be a Van Halen record.
I never listened to that. Have you ever listened to that?
I have not. I have not.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
I bought both songs. Yeah.
When Eddie played with LL Cool J.
No, I didn't hear that stuff.
Yeah, me either. I as much of an Ed fan as I am, I didn't find myself being interested in listening to it. I commend him for giving it a try, although I'm back the back of my mind I was like, oh God. Go back to my writing porn music.
Yeah, what was the name of that movie? Johnny knows.
Sacred Sin?
Oh, that's the porn movie.
Are you asking or?
I'm asking. I don't know. I mean, I remember hearing about it.
No.
Yeah, Sacred Sin was the thing where he wrote the couple songs for that movie.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. We just got Pixie Licks.
Oh yeah,
he's going to be here Wednesday.
Great.
That's awesome.
I'm talking to right now. I didn't hear anything you guys said for the last 20 minutes.
Good. Why don't you leave?
Because then we have a 5-minute cutoff.
Is that how it works if the host
If
leaves?
the host leaves, you got 5 minutes.
Pixie Licks is here. He's
You
here
got
with us.
5 minutes to say as many.
As
Hey.
many bad words as we can.
Pixie Licks.
He's here in the chat.
See you Wednesday.
What's up, Pixie Licks? We've never talked or met, but I watched his stuff. Good stuff.
Yeah, he's the best at what he does.
Yeah, he did a video on the bias head that I was watching.
Mhm.
And they just came out with a really cool patch. I recommended that he check it out because they the biggest criticism of that head was that for people who have a Kemper are like, oh, but the Kemper has all these effects in it, and the bias head didn't have any effects. So they just came out with a patch that now adds reverb into the head. Nine different reverb patches, and I'm sure they're going to come out with delay patches also for it eventually. So, which makes it a lot more versatile, which was pretty cool.
Yeah, that is cool.
Yeah.
So
Dude.
who's up next for you? Are you allowed to discuss anything?
Yeah. I haven't posted the promo yet, but we're having part 2, John Soar and Pete Thorne.
Oh, great.
Yep. Yeah, so it's because we didn't really get the questions last time.
You're gonna. Well, you didn't. I didn't really ask a question, but I made a statement that I wanted you to tell him.
What's that?
I wanted you to thank him for teaching Larry Fitzgerald how to refret guitars. Larry, my buddy Larry, who works at my local Sam Ash, worked with him at Rudy's back when he worked at Rudy's, and he refrets all my guitars, and he's learned directly from John.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
I'll tell him. Yeah,
he's amazing.
Yeah.
I'll text you. I'll text you when, to remind you if you can do that.
Yeah.
He'll smile. He'll be like, Larry, because he loves Larry.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah, I miss Rudy's, at least the one on 48th Street.
That's the one.
Yeah, that was the place to be. Now, I mean, have you been to the one in?
No, I haven't been anywhere.
Dude, you need to go to that one. That showroom is insane. It really is beautiful. Next time you get in Manhattan,
Okay.
I
know that Matt Humanoff is closing down.
Really,
One on Bleecker Street, Bleecker and 6th.
that's sad.
Closing down. It's been there forever,
Yeah,
and it's a great, great, great store.
yeah, it is. But they had some cool stuff. They didn't really keep it in very good shape, and they don't really have much of an online presence.
No.
And that's the problem. Like, if they had done like what Norman's Rare Guitars does,
Yeah,
like Guitar of the Day or Guitar of the Week, and
absolutely.
have like an online presence and stuff, they I'm sure they would have been able to survive. But
I agree with you. Yeah. Oh, Norman's is killer though. Norman's guitars. That's the best. You can't get better than that.
I'm gonna go to that place when I get to LA. I want to check it out.
Cool.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna buy anything because it probably cost me a house.
To get something left-handed that's cool there too. That's it's probably very rare.
Yeah. I want to go ahead and get eventually I'd like to get a 60s Les Paul special.
Oh, cool.
Or Junior or something with but we'll see what happens. We'll see if I can find one. They're too expensive, but some of them are like $3,000.
Yeah.
Oh, I got some crap the last time I had a show. I showed a picture of it was a Les Paul Junior, and I said a Les Paul special, and people are like, "Oh,
because there was one pickup instead of two pickups."
I don't know what it was, but people, I got someone writing me, "How can you have a show and you don't know between a Les Paul Junior and a Les Paul special?" I'm like, dude, I can't know everything.
It's people like that. I just want to. Never mind.
Never mind. I can't.
Johnny, I almost said it. And you would have almost had to yell at me, but I didn't say it.
You just, you can't know everything.
Yeah, that's
I
true.
could try, but I can't know it all. So it was fun.
God forbid you mess up on something, and
Right,
there's always the few people that are gonna.
Oh yeah, they jumped on it.
They wait. People wait for you to make a mistake so that they can, lay into you. People.
What an idiot!
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
Me?
No, not just you.
Hey, Jared.
Mostly you, though.
Jared Frost.
Where's Jared?
He's here.
Yeah.
Hey, Desiree, BB Ninja, Blacky DH, and U.S. American Made Guitars.
Gary. Well, that's happening.
Yeah. So, are you guys good?
I guess you are.
Well,
You
yeah.
got something to do?
Yeah, we gotta go.
That sounds like a great excuse.
I gotta
Yeah,
go.
I gotta.
Yeah, we got a walk
Yeah.
W to do.
You gotta work this weekend.
Yeah.
That's
Jared. So yeah. Well, hey, final thoughts on anything?
Is that a new part of the show? Final thoughts?
Before we pick up the chairs and start breaking stuff,
Deep
Oh.
thoughts.
Jack Handy.
You're smart enough. You're good enough, and
Doggone it.
Don't even
Doggone
bring,
it. don't even bring him up, right?
don't even bring up that guy. No.
That's right.
How many eggs today? I think 3.
Howie's happy that we're leaving.
Yeah.
Time for
See, he's ready.
Put that away.
Yeah, close that up.
Turn
man.
that dog around.
Yeah, hey, buddy, Howie. He's giving
Howie.
He's giving me the stink eye.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
It's
brown.
Not, it's not the eye.
Hey, just so you guys know, I'm giving away my show. We're giving away 2 pedals holiday giveaway.
Oh, cool.
So if, only to subscribers, but we'll be giving the details out on the next show, December 1st. So
Awesome.
check it out.
Are they 2 Friedman pedals or are they just any?
One Friedman Buxom Boost
Mhm.
and a J Rocket Audio Boing pedal. It's a reverb pedal.
I was going to say, what is that?
Yeah, it's a reverb.
Tune in
reverb.
and find out.
That's cool.
Yeah, so if you can subscribe to tone-talk.com, that would be cool. Thank you.
Just send one to my house. I'll review it and maybe I'll send it back.
Tone Loke popped up.
Tone Logan.
That guy's still like a thing?
The Funky Cole Medina.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. He was doing the Van Halen thing.
Yeah, that's
Back
right.
in the day.
Yeah. He has the, yeah.
Who
That's
does?
right. He sampled what was it? He sampled
Jamie's Crying.
Jamie's Crying. That's right.
Yeah, the drum fill, the intro, and then the guitar.
Now, is that the only time Van Halen's been sampled?
Mm-mm. No, they right around the same time, there was this band called Two Live Crew,
Mhm.
which is a rap band, and
From Miami. Yeah.
they also, I believe, the sample they used was the intro to "Ain't Talking About Love."
Yes.
I think the song was called the F song, the blank, the blank song,
Okay.
something like that.
The F song. The 4 unlawful carnal knowledge song.
Mhm.
Very
Yeah.
cool.
Snickers.
Here's my new guitar.
Oh,
That's Dave got the pre-release on the new EVH line, and that's it.
it's the
New
Chihuahua
dog
line.
guitar.
What kind of dog is that?
It's a Chihuahua. You were correct.
EVH.
An Applehead Chihuahua.
An Applehead Chihuahua.
Yes, and it's let me if I can get her closer. You can tell because the top of her head looks like an apple. See,
It's a big, yeah, it's definitely a
it's rounder.
round, yeah. Yeah, cute. Very cute. Is that a new pet day?
Yeah, Yeah, new pet Dave.
New pet Dave, exactly. That's funny. Very nice.
Mrs. Bigglesworth.
Mrs. Bigglesworth. You're petting it like with that and with yes, exactly.
$1 million.
See you, Douglas.
Dave, you got to get that gray suit.
Oh yeah, hang on. Or is it? I don't know.
Oh,
No.
You need a monocle.
Wait. Nah.
Nah, it won't work.
You could do the monocle.
You can break them if you like.
I
Yeah,
can see
I
that.
have another pair.
All right. Everybody's good?
Yeah.
Thanks for
Cool.
inviting me.
Yes.
Come back
Tone-
anytime.
Tone dash
Right.
talk.
When is your next show?
December 1st, 9 p.m. Eastern time. Check it out. I'll be posting more stuff about it. But yeah, please check it out if you can. And you guys rock.
they do.
So Johnny, are you going to put the podcast up on iTunes eventually, or are you going to leave it up
Yeah.
on SoundCloud?
I
He's had enough of me asking him that. Now he's got to hear. Yeah, everybody tell Johnny iTunes.
well, yeah, I'm gonna. I just gotta figure it out. Do you host yours at SoundCloud?
No, I host it through Buzzsprout. Buzzsprout.com.
Okay.
And it's pretty easy to set up, get approved through iTunes, but you have to. There is a monthly payment to store the.
Is that kind of like Libsyn? Do you know Buzzsprout? You don't know
I-
Libsyn? Okay, never
No,
mind.
haven't heard of it. No.
You guys are speaking a little language or something.
but go to buzzsprout.com and they have kind of like a explanation of how to do it. But if
Okay.
you need help, let me know.
Okay, cool. Yeah, because I already use SoundCloud. I was one of the first people on SoundCloud years and years ago,
Mhm.
and I know there's a way to get it from SoundCloud to iTunes.
Mm.
I think McKnight was telling us that's what he does.
Oh, okay.
He goes from SoundCloud to iTunes, and so I just have to basically just sit here and just figure it out.
And you're
Yeah.
already doing that, so
Sitting
already
here-
sit-
You're already sitting. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, just for a couple more minutes. Yeah, just for a minute. But maybe this weekend. I can figure that out. And yeah, because the podcasting thing is great. McKnight, Phil McKnight was telling us that he loves listening to us, and he wanted us to to start doing downloadable podcasts so he can just download it, throw it into a thumb drive, and listen to it in his car. That's what he was saying.
Yeah, it's great. It is cool to do.
Yeah. So cool. Mark, tone-talk.com.
You got
Mark,
it.
it was nice
Joining
meeting
us.
you.
Jay, nice meeting you too, man.
Yeah,
Thanks for
Jay.
joining us tonight. Really awesome.
You got it. Yeah, thanks again. I appreciate it. Johnny, have a great night. Dave, have a good weekend.
You too.
And I'll have a good life. That's where it felt like that was going.
You don't call us. We'll call you.
Jay's night is just getting started.
Yeah, man.
Oh, yeah? You're a night owl?
Yeah.
Where do you live, Jay?
South Carolina, Little River, about 20 minutes north of Myrtle Beach.
Cool.
Moidle.
Yep, Myrtle Beach.
Mhm.
Are you in South Florida or North Florida or Mid Florida?
South Florida,
Okay.
on the East Coast, Fort Lauderdale.
He lives in New York South.
Yeah, exactly. That would be Boca.
Mhm.
Del Boca Vista?
Del Boca Vista. Yeah. We play shuffleboard all day.
All right, Johnny, you go, man. I
All right.
feel like we're
Yeah.
holding you up here.
Yeah,
No,
have a-
we can do a couple minutes afterwards, but
Oh, really? We can
yeah.
have pizza and everything?
yeah, I'm
Ooh.
having pizza tonight. I'm
I
making
wish
a
I could
pizza.
have pizza. I dream of pizza. Can't do it.
Yeah.
All right, we're out of here. 7/8. Jay,
Thanks,
awesome,
guys.
man. Dave and Snickers.
Yes.
Great having you guys on tonight.
Thank you very little.
All right. We're out of here. johnnybeane.com. See you guys. Bye.